Your daily and weekly Lost Ark checklist in 3, 2, 1, go. First, dailies. Chaos Dungeon, which you can do twice. Guardian Raids, and therefore Guardian Soul Harvest, which you can also do twice. Third, Una's Task, which is between 3 or 4, depending if you have a ticket to expand the Una's Task limit. This also progresses your reputation, so make sure that you do different ones on different characters. Rapport, which is emotes and songs. There's also a limit on how many items you can gift, but generally just think about emotes and songs as a daily. Next up is Prosycon's Compass, which is field bosses, Chaos Gate, Adventure Island. Sometimes, by the way, on weekends, there's an event where you can do 2 Adventure Islands on one day. Then obviously other islands like Tuki or Unknown Island or any other islands that you can just do once a day for Island Hearts or Island Souls. Estate, it's Estate Task, Estate Research, Merchants, everything that has to do with your estate. Make sure that you check your estate regularly and on a daily basis, obviously. Next up is Mary's Secret Shop. This resets every couple of hours and it's definitely worth looking into, but keep in mind you have to see like what the blue crystal conversion rate is now, how much gold are you really investing here, is it worth or is it not. Next up is the guild donation and the guild research support, which you will need for a weekly later. Then if you are in tier 3, make sure you do Anguished Island daily quest every day, which rewards a daily dungeon key. Now that key is used to enter the dungeon, obviously. In that dungeon from the last boss you can get an Omnium Star and the Island Heart. On top of that, there's a vendor outside that gives you materials, runes, and other useful things. Also keep a lookout on traveling merchants. These can sell you very important cards from the Way card, Syria card. There's a couple of very good discords that track these. So I would suggest just Googling your server or your region and seeing if there's a traveling merchant discord so you can, look it up and see what's important. And last but not least for the dailies is depleting your life skill energy. Now this is important because the life skill energy actually gradually recovers rather than on a daily basis, but I would still suggest you think about this on a daily basis so you can still keep the life skill energy recovery rolling at all times. And now for the weekly stuff. First is Abyss Dungeons, which, is gold gain for up to 6 characters. Low level Abyss Dungeons can still give you valuable cards as well, by the way. So you can do all of the Abyss Dungeons on your main. And obviously, the more you do on your alts as well, gives you more stuff. Then keep in mind the weekly Infinite Chaos Dungeon exchange. If you are in tier 3, this one is, well, impossible to actually deplete. But keep it in mind anyways and just keep pushing Infinite Chaos Dungeon while the prices are still low. By the way, these prices that gradually increase reset every week. So yeah, keep that in mind. If you're close to a weekly reset, don't buy the expensive stuff anymore. Also the weekly Silmail Bloodstone exchange, or also called the Guild exchange, which can give you mats and everything else that comes with that. On top of that, you can also do a guild mission once a week that also gives you additional bloodstones for the guild. The weekly Pirate Coin exchange outside of cities. Keep in mind that some of these items are actually tradable with your roster. So since the ship is actually character specific, some very specific items, like here for example, can actually be put into your roster storage, meaning you can funnel mats into other characters. Then on top of that you have your weekly Una's Task, obviously. Preferably you want to do the ones for Leapstones, like the boss rush one or the PvP ones. You have 3 of those. Also, on the topic of Una's Task, claim your Una tokens, because these will give you a good amount of gold if you go to this gold exchange NPC, which is found in every major city and can give you a lot of gold. I personally pick the biggest chest because I like gambling. Then now that's something that will come, well, rather sooner than later, is the Abyss raid, in this case Argos. Later on we will also have Legion Commander raids that are also weekly and character specific. They work pretty similarly to Abyss Dungeons that you do on a weekly basis that we just talked about. So do these whenever you can on all of your characters. This will net you a good amount of rewards, and generally speaking is a great way to gain a little bit more, bonus gold. Then once we get the ranked and the new season for PvP, we'll also get PvP exchange vendors. Also make sure that you press Alt K on every weekly reset to claim your PvP tokens that you accumulated over the week, which is a similar system to like WoW or something, where you level up your PvP and then you get a weekly reward from that. And also something we talked about a little bit earlier, on the Prosecon Compass you can also see a ghost ship. This is once per roster and is a weekly. So I see a lot of people get a little bit confused about that. Make sure you do that on your highest character, but keep in mind that this is actually pretty hard. So, you know, bring some feathers so you can revive. And that is basically everything. I hope this very quick video showcased everything you should be working on and be looking into while you play Lost Ark. I know this is a little bit overwhelming, especially if you're new, so don't worry about it. You don't have to do all of this, but this will hopefully help you guys out to, you know, better schedule your tasks every day. With that being said, thanks for tuning in, guys, and see you in the next one. If you have any more questions, please make sure to come over to Twitch and ask them there or in the comments down below. And also, if this video was helpful to you, consider subscribing. Thanks, guys. Have a good one, and until the next one. Peace.